Before we start in today's video, make sure to smash that like button and to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more content like this in the future. Enjoy! So when I first start making my GFX, I always go into Roblox Studio to import my avatar, or the avatar that I will be using for the GFX. For Roblox Studio, you can download it on any computer, so it's really easy and really convenient for you guys. So I totally recommend using Roblox Studio to get those objects so you don't have to create them in the Blender or Cinema 4D or any other software you guys use. They have a variety of different things that you guys can use in your GFX, like trees, garbage cans, and way more convenient stuff for you guys. So when you guys are starting your GFX, I definitely recommend using Roblox Studio first. So when I'm in Studio, this is how I do it. So I spawn the avatar to origin, so it spawns in my software easily and at the direct location as I would like it to, and then I put it into a file that I use frequently, which I named it editing. So then after that, I can just go into my catalog or my models or any other sections in the toolbox that I'd be looking for, and I'm able to add those type of objects that I want for my theme of my GFX. So I'm going for a summer vibe in this GFX, so I'm going to be using this chair model, which I got off Studio, so it's already made for you, so it saves you so much more time and so much more easier for you guys if you guys are a starter at GFX as well. So, and then after that, I just put it at the origin, so it spawns at the direct location as I said before on my software, and then I just send it to my file, and that's exactly what I'll do for the rest of my objects I'll be adding into my GFX. So here's me doing that. So then I arrive in my studio and slash software, and then I add my little Lightroom, which gives you better lighting, and then I just take out the lighting off of that, and then I go down to merge, and I just start putting down all of my objects slash like platforms, which here's just a little plane where it's going to be the platform where I add all my props. So then I merge down all of my props and fix all my settings, and then once I have done that, that means I'm ready to go, and it's just so much more easier and faster. So here's me just adding that little chair section. It's important to be very productive, but as well as very organized when you're doing your GFX. So here's me just adding little like pointers to my GFX to make sure that it's the exact type of quality that I'm looking for. And then once I have done that, I'm just going to remove the body limbs, and I'm going to make sure that once I've done that, I'm able to add my rig, which I'm doing right now. So now that I have added my rig, I am able to continue with my bending of the limbs so that I can perfectly make my GFX. Bending the limbs of your GFX is such a huge part of the work that I do and many other artists do as well. You want the bending to look perfect, and you want it to not look pointy, because if it does, it's just going to look like you rushed your work. So that's something you want to avoid. So here's me just making like a seating position, because I want the avatar to be sitting on the chair as realistic as I can get it to be. So I just like to rotate like the left limb more onto the right limb of the leg, so it looks like the legs are like overlapping, so it's like more of a realistic look. So here's me just doing this. I'm just going to keep on doing that with my other limbs, like as in my arm. I'm just going to make it look like the hand is going like on the face, and then once I have done that, that's basically what I have been doing. So then I'm just going to continue that with the rest of the limbs, and I'm going to rotate the head as well later on, but here's just the speed of me doing it. So now that I have added my rigs and bended them, I have added my important stuff, which is the HDRI and the sand material. This gives so much detail to my GFX. Literally is where my lighting comes from in my GFX. So by adding a sky in my software and adding that type of HDRI is where I get my lighting from, which I appreciate so much with the place I get my HDRIs from. So here's just me adding and making those different angles of the posing and stuff to where the part of HDRI I would like to locate it as. I usually go for a little purple vibe as well, so I'm just going to continue to rotate the GFX props and stuff to the certain area location of the HDRI lighting. In HDRIs, there's so much other types of lighting in each one. There can be golden, blue, pink, purple, orange, so many different colors, but I usually use blue. So here's just me rotating everything and making sure it's the type of vibe that I want. And then I'm going to go and make sure its alpha channel is off, and then here's just me rendering it, and there is how I make my GFX. So now my GFX renders and I wait for it to end.